Hey, what is up guys, Wavy Films here, and today I have my part 2 of my Captain America Civil War custom LEGO minifigure showcase. And for the showcase, I have three minifigures and one micro figure to showcase. These are figures that I saw the characters in the movie, and I decided I wanted to make them in LEGO. So, yeah, for the showcase, I have Spider-Man's first costume, Baron Zemo, Sharon Carter, and Micro Ant-Man. All ready to showcase for you guys. And yeah, I don't think this is too late. I know Captain America Civil War came out over a month ago, but MGF just uploaded his a couple days ago and earlier this week, and 97 Lego Maniac uploaded his about a week or two ago. So yeah, I'm not too late on this, and some of these figures may be inaccurate due to lack of reference, especially for these two, or just lack of having the right pieces or paint to use. So yeah, let's jump into these figures. Alright guys, and so for our first figure here, we have Spider-Man's first costume. I know it wasn't in the movie that much, but I still really liked it, and I don't know why, but I really have a fascination for original costumes, like for superheroes. Like, for example, I really like Spider-Man's first costume from the Sam Raimi films, the Tobey Maguire films, and yeah, I just really like the first costumes, I guess. So yeah, I made this. Now, most of it's inaccurate. What I can tell you is inaccurate is the entire back and the legs and possibly the arms. The only thing I know that are accurate is the head, the gloves, and the front of the torso. So yeah, let's just get into it. So the head was just a plain red torso, which I then painted on the goggles too, because he does pause like when it's close up on his face, and you can easily tell he's wearing goggles over his eyes, as well as when Tony Stark picks them up and exclaims how you can't, or asks Peter how he sees out of them. You can easily see that they're goggles, and I did do a little white outline on the side of each of them just to give it a little more detail. The logo is the classic Spider-Man logo that it did look like he was sporting. You can only really see the top half of the spider, and I did, so the words. I do know that it was pretty big, so there's that. The gloves I know are accurate because it did pause on them, as well as when Tony Stark pushes up the roof and it falls down his costume, you can see his gloves, and they are fingerless. So he does have fingerless gloves, and they do have webbing on them, which is the only part of his suit that actually has webbing on it, as far as I could see. So I did paint those, and I did seal those. I don't usually like to paint on hands, but when it's gloves like these, I usually do. And I know I didn't paint webbing onto my Spider-Man from Civil War, but I think this was necessary because it's the only part of his costume that has webbing on it. His back is totally probably inaccurate. At first I wasn't going to do blue on the sides to his back, because I was like, this is his homemade costume, how is he gonna, you know, put blue on it? But then in the one scene where you see him swinging, you can see blue on his side, both sides, which I assume extends to his back, so I did that. And just to make it look a little more homemade, I did put an Under Armour logo on the back, just so that it looks more, it just looks, just so that it looks more like something he could do. And then I do know that he had dark blue pants, which is what I used, and I put gray stripes down the sides to indicate that maybe they're sweatpants or something. That is inaccurate, but, well, it could be, I don't know. I didn't have the reference to see. And then for the shoes, I painted red shoes, because I could tell their shoes were red, and I painted white trim along the bottom, and I painted the Nike symbol on the sides of the shoes. I think this one turned out way better than this one, but I did that because, again, it's homemade, and possibly he would just have Nike shoes, and I looked up pictures of Nike shoes, and they had white at the bottom, so I painted that, and I put sealant on them. So yeah, that's about it for Spider-Man. And just for comparison, here is my Civil War Spider-Man in the suit that Tony Stark makes for him. So yeah, there could be a spider on the back of this one, I just don't know. and they both fell down, which I assume means that that's the end of this segment. So yeah, now we'll move on to Baron Zemo. Alright guys, so now we have Zemo. I need to stop calling him Baron Zemo, because technically he's not in this movie, he's just Zemo. Anyways, I do really like how this figure turned out. I did make some modifications to, if you saw my post on Instagram when I first finished this figure, I did make some modifications to that. And he does not have the book as the other customizers have made him with, simply because I just couldn't. I was going to use a Lego book, which ended up being too big, but also I didn't have any red ones, so I tried to paint one red, and then my red paint's really crappy. It didn't work out. So he doesn't have a book, which is still fine, because I really like how he turned out. His back is really plain, because there's, not only did I have no reference for it, but assuming what he's wearing, there'd be no detail on the back. So anyways, let's start at the top. Originally, I had the Superman hairpiece. If you know what that hairpiece is, it's the swoopy one. After looking at some of the reference pictures, it just didn't look too accurate, so I changed it to this, and I think it looks way better. The head is a Legolas head, which I then erased the cheekbones, painted the eyebrows, painted the little details under and beside the eyes, if it'll focus, and then I painted the stubble as well as the little marks on his chin. Anyway, so yeah, I painted the marks on his chin, the stubble, all of that. The torso was just a plain black torso. I then painted gray, because he's wearing a gray shirt underneath. I painted the collar for the jacket. I painted on his, this was, like, the gray was like a sweater he had, and then underneath he had like this blue collared shirt, which I then painted on. He has a lot of layers. And then, if I can take off his head, I painted on his skin color, and all of that does continue onto the top, which I want to start doing now because I think it just adds a bit more when you like look at him from this angle. So yeah, it looks pretty cool. On the back, there's nothing of his torso, and of course on the sleeves, I did paint gray around them because that's where his sweater pokes out. And then for his legs, they're just dark brown legs. There's literally nothing on them, so I just painted the pockets on the sides, silver for the belt buckle, and then black shoes, which do continue all the way around. And I'm just gonna turn this back on because it's better this way. And the shoes do continue all the way around, so yeah. Pretty simple figure, but that's it for Zemo. If it'll focus, there we go, kind of. So that's it for Zemo, and now we'll move on to Sharon Carter. Alright guys, and for our last figure of the showcase, we have Sharon Carter. She's definitely the most detailed out of the showcase because of the design on her jacket. So yeah. Starting off with the hair and the head. The hair is Ginny Weasley from the Harry Potter sets, as you can see, and I just painted it this kind of dark, this kind of tan color, I guess. The head is the Sharon Carter head from Lego's set. I'll just put this down. But the head is Lego's head from the airport battle set. The torso was just a dark gray torso, and this actually took a long time to paint because I painted on all the details first. So I painted on the V-neck of the shirt and the V-neck of the vest, the line down for the zipper, and then the two details. She has like stitch things on the sides. They're not pockets. And then she has the two pockets at the top. Then she has things in the sides to indicate like where the sleeves are. So then after I did that, I painted the silver in the pockets, and then I painted all of the lines all over the front and back. And then for the back, I also did paint the black lines for the neck hole and the arms on the back. And then I did paint a black line at the bottom that goes all the way around. The arms are just plain white arms. I think that her sleeves are rolled up a bit, but I didn't have any skin, like flesh colored arms that I could use to paint white onto. And I tried painting flesh onto these, but then it just kept scratching off. So I still think it looks pretty good. And then the last part is the legs, which are really simple. She was just wearing jeans. So just like Baron Zemo, I just painted on the pockets onto the side, as well as the boots do go all the way around, and they're pretty simple boots because they're just, you know, plain black boots, so they didn't have any detail on them. So yeah guys, that's it for the last minifigure of the showcase, and now we'll move on to my micro Ant-Man, which probably took me the least time out of all of these minifigures. Alright guys, and for the last figure of the showcase, I have my Ant-Man micro figure, which is the one on the right. I have the Lego's official one just to compare the two. You see this one shinier, the painted one, because I did put sealant on it, because I didn't want anything to scratch off. Yeah, the Lego set did come with two, which is why I have two here, and I painted this one to be a lot more accurate. So to start off, I did paint on the gray onto the sides, because as you can see, Ant-Man here, he does have gray. And then underneath that, I painted the little red lights that he has underneath. And as you can see, the Lego is definitely lacking that. I could have painted this whole black part at the top and these black lines silver, but my silver paint doesn't really like to paint thin. On the arm, as you can see, I did paint on the gray shoulder pad, as well as the red stripe down the arm, which Lego was just black. And I did fix the legs to make them more accurate by painting the silver line and fully red all the way around till the side where it connects to, well, it turns to gray, and then to the back, which is on both sides, as you can see over there. And the Lego one just has like these weird shapes on it. And then on the back, this thing doesn't have any printing except for the continued silver printing around the head. But I did accurately paint on the red line on the back of his helmet, as well as the silver that continues to the back, the red detail, and the two gray lines. It does look a little messy, but I've never painted a micro figure before, and I think it turned out pretty good. So yeah, now if we zoom out, we can compare him to my Ant-Man figure. See, I tried to make it as accurate as possible as I could. You can see like the gray and the red that I painted on the front, as well as the red and silver details I painted onto the legs. And then if we turn him around, he just fell on the floor. See the silver and gray details that continued from the back. I didn't do all the silver details, and then you can, because that would, no, I just can't paint that small. And then there's the red on the back of the helmet, as well as, keep dropping Ant-Man, holy crap, as well as the red and gray on the arms. So yeah, that was about it for my Ant-Man micro figure. Definitely something that I'm really happy I made, that I wanted to make for this Civil War showcase, but then I didn't think I had time to. But considering I cracked this dude out in a couple hours, I definitely could have, if I had known. So yeah guys, that's about it for Captain America Civil War showcase. And now we will end this video, and I have a couple things to say at the end, so yeah. Alright guys, and that's gonna do it for the Captain America Civil War Part 2 showcase. Now, I wanted to talk about future customs and stuff, because I did in my last video, but as we all know, it kind of got cut off. The end video was about 35 minutes long, and storage ran out on my phone, which means I am not recording on my phone anymore to upload videos. So basically what I wanted to talk about was that I'm going on vacation next week, and I'm bringing my customs with me. I will be customizing as much time as I can, because I really need to get figures done. For example, X-Men Apocalypse needs to be done as soon as possible. I am almost done Cyclops. I just need to do Cyclops' arms. Wolverine is like 5% done, and Quicksilver is also like 5% done. The rest of them I've not even started on yet. Actually, no, that's a lie. I started on Mystique. But yeah. So I really want to get those guys done as soon as possible. But I also have Suicide Squad to worry about, which is at the end of the month. Well, at the start of August, I guess. So I have like I think about 10-ish figures to do for that. I can't really think off the top of my head, but I'll be doing the entire squad minus Slipknot because he's probably gonna die. And then, plus I don't really like him. And then plus the Joker. So that's about 10 figures. El Diablo, let's just count. Enchantress, El Diablo, Harley Quinn, Joker, Killer Croc, Katana, Rick Flag, Captain Boomerang. Yeah, but about 10. I can't really think of them all off the top of my head, but yeah. So yeah, there's that. There's also side figures I'm working on as well, like CW figures, which I hope to get done so that I can upload it the night before Flash comes out, or the night. I might split it up into different showcases. Like, the plan so far is for the Flash, I'm gonna upload the Monday night, which is gonna be my new Flash, Zoom, hopefully, and the Black Flash. I'm not sure if I'm going to make 2 separate figures or just 1 figure. And then also Jay Garrick. And then, well, Jay Garrick and the real Jay Garrick. And then for Arrow, it's going to be Diggle, like new Green Arrow, Black Canary, maybe Damien Dark, I'm not sure about that. And then for Legend of Tomorrow, it's going to be the entire team plus Hourman. So, yeah, that's what the plan is so far. And then I also have Ben 10 figures, which I'm working on, which I can show you a bit of, if I can grab it. Here we are. I've been working on forearms, so yeah. I haven't done much to him, though. So, yeah, I guess that's about it in the ways of customs, but I also have Walking Dead I have to finish for October, so it's going to be a crazy month. August, Suicide Squad, September, CW, October, Walking Dead, and November would be Doctor Strange. So, I have a lot of figures to work on, and then also I'm going to start on some more side figures, kind of like my Ben 10 figures, which are just figures I work on if I have time, but I'm not trying to get them done by any specific date, which is going to be Adventure Time and Regular Show, because I really like those shows, and I've seen a lot of people make customs of them, and I think they're really cool, so I'm going to start making customs of them too. So yeah, guys, that's about all I wanted to say. Thank you all for watching, and I'm not sure what next week's video is going to be. I have to record 2 videos this week, this one and another one, so that I can upload it when I'm on vacation. So I'm not sure. Leave suggestions down in the comments about what I should do. I want to do a custom video. I might showcase Heat Blast. The plan originally was going to be to showcase all of them once they all come out, but I might just showcase them one by one, and then when they all are done, showcase them in a big showcase. So I could make a quick makeshift Ben 10. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys next time. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.